Hello YouTube, I've got another little project to show you. Last couple times I've been out on my new Slayer Propel 10. I've had a little issue with the rudder control. It works fine, but it requires you to move left and right here with your thumb and forefinger, and that gets kind of tiresome all day long doing that action. So I thought, how can I make it more comfortable with this lever? And so let me show you what I bought. At the AutoZone, bought a steering wheel spinner knob. This one has the type where the steering wheel goes here, and the ball has a screw that goes through the clamp for the steering wheel. That's the kind I wanted, because I can take this part off and put it on the rudder control. So let's see if I can make that happen. Well, I installed the steering knob on the rudder control and went out yesterday and fished on the lake, and it worked fine except for one thing. The knob part of the screw extends too far below the rudder control knob, and it makes scratches in the rudder control mounting plate. Let me show you. This is the part of the plate where the head of the screw rubs against, and you can do a couple of things to remedy that. You can take a Dremel tool and rub off a piece of the plate, or you can sand down the head of the screw a little bit, and I think there's enough threads in the screw head to allow you to do that. So that's what I'm chosen to do. Alright, we've got the screw head sanded down a bit, and as you can see, there's a little less rounded on the top. Had to keep enough cut into the head to where we could still use a screwdriver, and so that's about as close as I dare get it. Turn your rudder all the way to the left, and as you can see, it gives clearance. Now the hole is about a 1/4 inch that goes up here, and you're going to need to take a 3/8 inch spade bit and drill into that existing hole, make it a little wider, because this is a 5/16 screw, and you'll need to widen it in order to get it in there. Now put on a washer that just barely covers the head, because you're going to need that to cover the base here. I think that's going to be necessary, because if you put this in just by itself, no, that works. Let's do it without the washer. Let's put the washer on top and put the screw ball on, or the steering knob, and we tighten it down. Now you got to hold this flange right here, because that's what it screws into. Alright, let's see how it clears. Well, there's still a bit of right here on the edges, so we may have to wear that down a bit to make it run smoothly. So we'll do that and see how it comes out. I did some sanding with a file. I didn't want to use a powered sander, but hopefully you can see right along in here is where I had to shave off a little bit, and on the opposite side over here, just take it extremely slow and be careful, because you don't want to sand too far and maybe break through the plastic housing. So it still drags a hair on these extreme ends, but that's only going to be used when you're trying to turn a complete circle. Most of the time your rudder controls are going to be in this neighborhood, and the ball helps you quite a bit move back and forth. Just got back from taking kayak out to the lake, and the steering ball did perfectly. There was virtually no rubbing of the plate at all. It just felt like it was a original part from the factory. It felt that good. The hand goes like this, sits comfortably, and the fingers on either side aid in moving the steering handle from to either side, so it just felt so comfortable. I give it a 2 thumbs up for this modification. Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and may God bless.